Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here today. I'm Democratic Leader Sam Singh, and my Democratic colleagues that are with me today want to discuss opportunity. It's something that we've not seen every citizen of our state have here in the state of Michigan. We want to make sure that everybody, whether you're a young person graduating from high school, whether you are a senior citizen, whether you're a family just trying to get by, that you have all the opportunities that Michigan has provided. I always look back to my growing up in the 1970s. My family had come to Michigan because of the opportunity. They found a Michigan when they got here that had great roads. They had a Michigan that had great education. Our K through 12 system was known all across the country. Our higher education was known all across the country. That opportunity that provided me and so many of people in the state a great job or a great education, we're not seeing that happen in our Michigan. And so as we come here today, we wanted to make sure that our government, the state of Michigan, focuses on the right priorities. And we've not seen that over the last 7 years of mismanagement of the state of Michigan. We're here because we know when Michigan's hardworking men and women have the freedom to provide for their families and define success for themselves, we all win. We're prioritizing the issues that people in Michigan care about. These are the issues we hear about when we have our town halls, when we go door to door. These are the issues they're asking us to deal with. They want us to build a Michigan where good paying jobs are available in every part of our state, and workers have the skills that they need to get the jobs that they want. To build a Michigan with a world-class education system that prepares our students to succeed in school and in work and life. To build a Michigan where everyone, regardless of where they live or what they make, has access to quality and affordable health care. And to build a Michigan that has quality health care, has a safe environment for our water and our air, as well as making sure that we have the infrastructure that we need, that we're not seeing damages to our cars as we go from work to home, that we have an opportunity for all. And that's why we're here today, to talk about building a Michigan that has an opportunity for all. And now to talk a little bit more about our plan and what that will look like, I introduce to you my colleague and the vice chair of our appropriations process, Representative Fred Durhal.
Thank you, Leader Singh. I'm State Representative Fred Durhal, the ranking Democrat on the House Appropriations Committee. And let me first say that I'm proud to be part of this fight for Michigan families because we know how critical building opportunity is for them. An economy that works for everyone starts with good paying jobs, that's no surprise. And a job where Michiganders earn a wage that allows them to take care of their family. A job where they're provided with benefits and flexibility to prioritize the people they love when crisis strikes. And a job where at the end of the day, they're able to pay for the things that their family needs and what they need, and to thrive and have security and dignity later. Yet for the past 7 years here in the Michigan legislature, families and hardworking families have been earning less. And we all know that isn't right. And any job just isn't good enough. Michiganders deserve good jobs that support them, their families, and all of their goals. And that's why we're focused on 21st century skills for every Michigander so that they have the skills for the jobs that they want. For the last 7 years, those with power here in Lansing have failed the apprenticeship programs and skilled trade programs by not funding them and not making them a top priority. And now we should expand skilled trades training, apprenticeship, and higher education opportunities across the state by incentivizing businesses to create more apprenticeship spots and providing our state's hardworking men and women with the opportunity to learn a job while earning quality credentials. Now, increasing these programs will increase access and opportunity for all Michiganders to build a more secure future. And when it comes to our economy, it's important we remember who it is truly driven by. I think that is sometimes forgotten here. The majority of working Michiganders are employed by small businesses. These are businesses within neighborhoods across our state. Small businesses are the backbone for our communities, and our priorities as a state should reflect that. Yet for too long, Michigan's legislative leaders have been focused on giving handouts to out-of-state corporations, handouts in hopes that they will invest here, leaving our state's entrepreneurs out in the cold. And now it's time that we reverse this trend. Local business leaders hire locally, spend their money locally, and give back to their community in a way big box corporations never could. And now our plan would strengthen Michigan's small businesses by developing a state office. And this state office will be focused on identifying and providing the resources necessary to foster small business development, growth, and create an environment that's conducive to do so. To make our economy work for everyone, it's time that we went back to the basics: public safety, public education, public parks and roads, and clean air and water. And these are the things that your tax dollars should be paying for here in Lansing. Instead, for the last 7 years, again, they've been used to plug massive holes in our budget, left in the wake of tax cuts for mega-rich donors, special interest groups, and wealthy corporations. And as a result now, our working families are forced to pay a higher portion of their income in state and local taxes than billionaires and CEOs. Michigan's working families deserve a better deal. We support a fair tax structure that provides a better deal for working families while asking the wealthiest to pay their fair share. Because we know that when people have the freedom to provide for their families and determine their own path, it just doesn't change lives, it strengthens our economy. But to build opportunity, a strong economy is only part of the story. Because families cannot live, work, and play where they please, and businesses can't grow as they see fit if we're not well connected to each other and to the rest of the world. That means we need to get serious on infrastructure here in the state of Michigan. Because the roads you drive on every day shouldn't wreck your car. The air and water in your home and your community shouldn't make you sick. For too long, those in power have wasted our tax dollars on empty promises, allowing our roads and bridges to become progressively worse here in our state. So that's why our plan will make sure working families have the roads, air, water, and resources they need to live, work, and how they want it to be. When it comes to our roads, working people shouldn't have to foot the bill to fix our roads here in our state, because these roads are destroyed by overweight trucks. House Democrats have made good roads our top priority, and our plan starts by fixing our roads so now our communities can have the connections they need to grow and thrive. And with our roads plan, we can build good-paying jobs with the prevailing wage that ensures that work is done well the first time, so taxpayers only have to pay for the job once. We also know an important element of that connection is access to high-speed broadband. Now, in the 21st century, connectivity is critical, allowing students to talk to their peers all over the world, giving businesses access to a global marketing place, and allowing people to work from anywhere. To strengthen that and to secure that access, we have to begin building the infrastructure our rural communities need, and our plan would do that while creating jobs and improving the local economies along the way. So prioritizing broadband increases competition and drives our economy and moves it forward. So when it comes to restoring and protecting our infrastructure, few places is the need more apparent than our air and our water as well. We all know about crises that have happened here within our state dealing with our water. And every year, thousands across Michigan rely on our state's pristine natural resources, not only for their pleasure, but they pay for these resources. And when we're not careful to protect our air and water, it puts Michigan's economy and its well-being, as well as our physical health, in jeopardy. For years, corporate lobbyists have rigged the rules in Lansing to weaken Michigan's environmental laws. But Michiganders shouldn't have to pay to protect themselves from the poison of corporate polluters. That's why House Democrats, we are focused. We're focused on protecting our Great Lakes while still supporting critical industries like agriculture and tourism here in our state in order to prevent tragedies like what happened in Flint and prevent it from ever happening again. It's time to put working families back in the center of our conversation. Let's talk a little bit more about the Michigan that we're going to build, and here to talk about that today is my good friend, our Democratic floor leader, Representative Christine Gregg.
Thank you, Representative Durhall. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm House Democratic Leader Christine Gregg, Floor Leader, excuse me. I'm here today because we know that economic opportunity means nothing if you're not well enough to seize it. Every day, families in Michigan are priced out of the care they need to stay healthy, with many even forced to choose between medicine and food. But affordable, quality health care isn't just good for families, it's good for the economy. No Michigander should ever be denied the security that access to health care provides, and a system that protects children, those with pre-existing conditions, and seniors is at the core of that security. Our plan puts people before corporate profits, and that starts with lowering prescription drug costs. Whether it's a spouse, a child, a parent, or a friend, we all know someone who's going to get sick. Yet for too many, the high cost of prescription drugs is a barrier to getting well. Across the state, families have to choose between life-saving medication and paying their bills because drug companies have rigged the rules in their favor. We're fighting for something new, something better. That's why last year we outlined plans for a Prescription Drug Consumer Protection Board to hold drug companies accountable for price gouging and ensure Michiganders are protected from unfair price spikes. When it comes to protecting Michigan families, our priorities will always be consumers, not big pharma's bottom lines. Many of those consumers are seniors, which is why we're also working to ensure our laws take special care to protect some of the most vulnerable among us. Michigan has the 10th oldest population in the nation. Our seniors worked hard for years and now deserve to retire with dignity and respect. Yet many of our older citizens worry about harmful cuts to Medicare and Medicaid that could leave them without the care they need or even force them out of their homes. Instead of cutting services our seniors rely on, we need to expand the support available. House Democrats have repeatedly stood up against Republican attacks to seniors' earned health care and retirement benefits, like those against firefighters, police officers, nurses, and teachers, and we will continue to fight to preserve and protect those services, because no one should ever be at risk of having the benefits they earned taken away. Our plan would also expand Michigan's family caregiver and medical leave laws to further equip families with the flexibility and tools they need to take time off to care for their loved ones. Because to truly build opportunity, you must provide resources. That's why we're also fighting to secure the Healthy Michigan Plan. Michigan is home to some of the best hospitals and healthcare staff in the country. Yet, whether it's a lack of access to physical resources or being forced to seek care in facilities that are drastically understaffed with overworked and underpaid nurses and healthcare workers, too often quality care isn't available to everyone. House Democrats want to make Healthy Michigan permanent to the nearly 700,000 men and women who previously didn't have access to health care. We want to make sure that they're protected. We're also working to reduce health care costs by creating employee wellness programs to incentivize healthy activities and to produce healthy outcomes. These programs aren't just good for Michigan residents. They're good for Michigan's economy. Healthy people miss less work, strengthening the businesses they work for and leading to more money in their pocketbooks. That's why we're going to keep fighting to ensure every Michigander has access to the health care they need, no matter where they live or how much they earn. But providing this opportunity isn't just important for today, it's important for tomorrow, too. That's why we need to focus on improving things for the next generation. Opportunity for Michigan's young people starts with a great education, because it gives our students the freedom to choose their own career and the future they want for themselves. Sadly, not every child has a fair shot, because lobbyists bankrolled by the DeVos family have rigged the rules in Lansing, putting school privatization and corporate profits ahead of the needs of students and our communities. We want to change this. House Democrats are focused on what makes a great education. And you know what? That starts with great educators. Across the state, fewer Michiganders are choosing to be teachers. And those who do often stay fewer than 5 years. That's why we stand with educators and school employees against a tax to reduce retirement and health care benefits. But to regain trust and get more individuals to join the profession, we have to show them that we stand with them before they even enter the classroom. That's why we were proud to join with State Senator Hopgood just this year to roll out the Teachers for Michigan plan. And we also know that teacher support is only one portion of a much larger picture. Every student is unique, and the instruction they receive should reflect that uniqueness. Within our classrooms today sit Michigan's doctors, builders, engineers, entrepreneurs, scientists, farmers, philosophers, and leaders for tomorrow. Yet many students are struggling in overcrowded classrooms without the resources they need to succeed. The last 7 years of Betsy DeVos-funded reforms have taken their toll, leading to out-of-control classroom sizes and inadequate resources and staffing. It's time to let teachers get back to teaching and students to get back to learning. That's why our plan would put in place responsible classroom sizes so that every child gets the individualized instruction they need to succeed in school and in life. House Democrats also know that a strong educational foundation provides opportunity down the road, but only if our children are able to use that knowledge to pursue higher education in some capacity. Individuals with a post-high school education level earned 56% more than their peers who stopped at high school, according to the Economic Policy Institute. Those higher wages increase their standard of living, building a better future for themselves, helping their community to thrive, and driving the state forward. Yet years of underfunding higher education have taken their toll, pricing many Michiganders out of the freedom to choose their own educational and economic future. That's why we're making a community college promise to all Michiganders, regardless of where they live. No matter where you live, community college will be tuition free. No matter where you live, community college will be tuition free. This holistic approach to education will ensure that at every stage of life, our students are becoming, one step at a time, better prepared to drive forward the Michigan of the future. Now, to wrap things up, I'd like to return to Leader Singh to take us home.
Thank you very much, Representative Gregg. The Michigan that we've talked about here today is possible. The things that we've talked about, better wages, better roads, better health care, and better schools are not broad, unattainable goals. They're tangible realities with the right leadership at the helm of this state that can actually occur. The problem is that for the last 7 years, Republicans' mismanagement has allowed for things to run amok in our state. When you take a look at our roads, we're not better off with our roads than when we were 7 years ago. When you take a look at our school funding, we've had now 2 adequacy study reports that have shown that we have underfunded our school, and in every year, our test scores have gotten worse and worse. So every metric you take a look at, we have not succeeded as a state. And when you talk to the average Michigander, they don't feel that this economy is working for them. So we know that every parent, every retiree, every student understands what's best for their individual household and family. And we believe they have a right to choose that path. Building opportunity ultimately means giving families the freedom to create the home, the community, and the Michigan that works for them. That freedom has been lost over the last 7 years. We're fighting to get it back, and that's why we're here today.